Yo, the legend. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Working.
So what?
So
So
yeah,
working?
I tried to call you before, but apparently I can't make international calls for some reason. So, but now FaceTime is working. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Being
that makes
able to.
sense. This FaceTime is just through Apple, so since it's like we're like iMessage
Yeah.
contacts, we're all good. Yeah, cool, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Nice.
How are you, dude?
Sorry.
I said, how are you?
I'm good. I turned my data back on so it works better. Yeah, I'm not pretty good. I've just got up this morning for like an hour a bit ago. Ate breakfast. Started watching the new vid this morning.
How you
Good.
liking it?
I watched like the first 20 minutes of that, and I went and started just editing. Um, one thing that you don't realize is that basically I decided that I didn't want to spend a bunch of time making YouTube shorts like on their own, so I decided to just clip my videos and use those for YouTube shorts. But it takes like ages to like organize it all, and so I clipped another like 5 this morning. Yesterday I did like 15. I started this new series where I'm applying to comments just as YouTube shorts. I find the YouTube shorts you can like way more experimental, whereas the videos take way longer to make. So
Yeah, that makes
with
sense.
daily video, well, like I'm getting a video a day, and then I'm clipping them into YouTube shorts. But every video is anywhere between like 4 and 10 YouTube shorts. So when I was only posting 2 a day, now I'm doing like 3 or 4. But it's just a bit of a challenge. But it's what it is. I'm trying to just get the videos out, and then the shorts will slow me down.
Honestly, I don't. Do you think that the shorts are worth it?
Well,
Not like all of them, just like do you think doing 3 or 4 days worth it?
sorry. Yeah. Well, I think it is. It depends on what you're like going for. I think
Definitely.
I've gotten a whole bunch of like loyal subs from shorts. Like I got come and comment a few days ago. Like, hey bro, do you remember me? And it was a person who had been like a super loyal sub commenting. They were on like 5 of my lives like a few weeks ago.
Weird.
And they subbed and were super loyal. And then like 3 weeks later, they're still here.
Mm.
And that was from shorts. I've seen them comment on some of my videos and stuff.
Okay.
And look, that's happened a bunch of times. I've gotten some like loyal subs from shorts, and I feel like I heard Hamza say like yesterday. I was watching one of his old like business videos, like 10 categories, like 10K a month, and he said that like you can't really take shorts viewers onto your long form videos. It doesn't really work. But that doesn't mean you can't make money. You just have to sell to them on the short,
yeah,
or give them more shorts and then make them want to buy.
Yeah.
So that's why I sort of thought for a long time was like, well, you know, shorts go to videos, and then I thought, well,
Yeah.
shorts aren't good, so I stopped doing them for like 5 months, and then I realized like you just have to do it the correct way, and obviously it's not going to be as high a percentage of like engaged loyal viewers, but like I get like probably at least like 70% of my shorts get like 400 to like 1,000 views, and if I'm doing, let's say I get that like 500 views on a short twice a day, like I was stuck at between like 280 and 300 subscribers for like 2.5 weeks. And then like yesterday, I had like 296 or something. And I just started making a bunch of YouTube shorts. And I posted, I don't know, whatever, like 6 yesterday. I scheduled uploaded a shit on those, and I was like, I have so many, let's just post some now. And I got like 10 subs in the last 24 hours.
Nice.
So they're definitely good and they're worth it. I think you just have to do it in a different way. And that's what I was doing wrong, is I was trying to treat them like videos, or trying to expect the same results as like normal videos, and they're not. They're different things. And so once you treat it like that, and once you understand what the differences is and how you can maximize both of those, I think that's what is going to work better. It's just time consuming shit.
Nice, bro. You're good. No, I definitely agree with that. That's a very good lesson to take away from that. That's actually something I've actually been putting into my awareness recently as well, in terms of like trying to put effort into other platforms. I'm still on the fence about Twitter, but if I do commit to, I was actually thinking about committing to like posting tweets on Twitter, but I'm not really caring about growth right now. I more so am just interested in like putting the content out there and having it there. And I'm still focusing on YouTube and on Substack. The Twitter idea is just like the writing's just coming out of me anyway. It might as well be in public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, I'll just put some more effort into repurposing or putting intention into like when I have ideas, all right, let's write it as a tweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So things of that nature. But I've recently, actually, I was watching a Hamza video yesterday, and he was talking about something very similar, not that exact concept, but just talking about how like, yo, whatever platform that people are on, sell to them on that platform because like realistically, you know, because Hamza has a lot of YouTubers in Adonis school, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of us, you know, think that we should try to funnel people from short form to YouTube. And Hamza made a really good point that I really like. It was just like most people are, you know, consume on a few platforms, but they spend 90% of their time, 80-90% of their time on one platform, consuming one kind of content, like one style. Like for me, it's like long videos, like long form videos. That's the main kind of style I consume, right? And then the other 10%, I'm like reading stuff. And maybe I'll like watch some images. Like I don't really consume short form like videos at all. Like I'll watch a short, like you'll catch me watching like 10 shorts in a month or something. You know what I mean? Like I'll hop on shorts occasionally because I'll just see an interesting one. And then I'll scroll for like 4 or 5. I'm like, am I scrolling right now? And then I get off.
I've sort of been lucky. I have just found like things, video games, like scrolling, like other shit, like it's just not engaging, and it's not like I don't enjoy. I can sit down and play Fortnite on the Nintendo, and after like half an hour, I'm like, this is boring as shit. Like I can go play Minecraft. I played Minecraft for like 8 years. I'm like, this is boring as hell. Shit like that, like.
Bro, I'm the same way with video games, dog.
Yeah,
Dude, I tried playing
all
Overwatch like a
that.
week or two ago, and it was just like, oh, I hate this game.
Fun or engagement. It's like I don't even want to do this. I'm like, yeah, just focus on the good shit.
Yeah, bro. This is where the real money's at, bro. And by money, I mean the fulfillment, the love, the passion, the purpose, and money. You know, that last part is actually is like, oh yeah, that one comes too. That's actually pretty awesome as well. But you know, we also get those other things which are very awesome and way more important. So it's like, yeah, bro, like I'm
enhances everything.
exactly, bro.
Depressed as fuck, and then you make a bunch of money.
You're just a rich,
depressed person. But if you're like living, you're like grateful and you're fulfilled and you're enjoying
exactly, bro.
Building shit, and then you're rich, you're like, well, this is fucking amazing. People say like money doesn't buy happiness. Like money just gives you more opportunities for whatever you already have.
Right. Yeah, bro.
Was the videos that you watched? Was that the Hamza Advanced, like go all into 10K a month something?
Nah. Actually, was it that video? It might have. Oh, I have watched that video. I don't know if it was that one he said that in that I heard that. It might have been that one. It definitely could have been, honestly. But I'm not sure if it was that one or if he said something like that like on his fitness channel.
He probably did. But I watched a few. I sort of have like periods where I'll be like really enjoying Hamza stuff, and then I'll like stop watching. And then like I heard of Hamza like late last year. I was back then. It was more like
dude, me too.
I was like Andrew Tate, like Iman Gaji. But then I think like March this year, I actually started watching him, and I got really into his stuff for like 3 months, like March, April, and May.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sort of just stopped watching his stuff. I felt like I enjoyed more of the
honestly, that's
stuff. The self-improvement stuff, kind of. But I didn't really like the Jeffrey and Adonis animations and the stupid.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was just about to ask you that. Yeah, so. Yeah. See, that makes a lot of sense. See, I actually, I personally was never into like Tate or E-Man. I've watched like a handful of E-Man videos. I've never like watched Tate on purpose. I don't think. But I actually watched like I found an E-Man video towards the end of October talking about like heartbreak, and that was big for like shifting my mindset and helping me a lot last year. So that was last October, and then I watched an E-Man monk mode video, and then a few days later I watched the Hamza monk mode video, and that was at like 11 fucking p.m. and the video is like 90 minutes long or some shit. And in the beginning, he says, like, watch this entire thing and it'll change your life. So I just watched the whole fucking thing and I was up to 1 a.m. But after that, I was like, oh, this guy knows the juice, bro. And I swear I just started binging all of Hamza's content, bro. Like, swear. and just all throughout November I was just binging all of his stuff, and this guy was literally just reprogramming me. Then boom, December I buy Donna School. So that was like my time on Hamza. But I definitely understand when it comes to that, because although I didn't really care for the Jeffrey and Adonis videos. I actually liked the format more so just because the stories that Hamza told. I just loved Hamza's storytelling.
The
um,
format was good. Like when he starts the videos, it's like a story.
yeah, I love
And
that.
then he goes to like the lessons, and it's more like raw. Like the Jeffrey and Adonis stuff, I never really vibed with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I enjoyed more like, as I said, the long form, like raw stuff. The Harm's Advanced videos. I don't know if I watched all of them, but I watched like half of the first two, and then the latest one, the go until you're at 10K a month one. I watched the whole thing. That video was really fucking good.
It was.
Like, that video really sort of showed me a few things, but
yeah,
like I was literally sitting at the table editing videos with my earbuds in, and then listening to that in the background.
Yeah, bro.
It was really good.
It is.
I started watching some of the after you told me there was like talking head bits and the workout videos he was doing. I watched like the talking head sections of like 6 of those. And that was actually pretty good. Like I vibe with the more like raw, just talking stuff. So like when he starts going, like he goes, I'm just like in like business, and then there's this way, and then it's like all the time. But like when he goes into those little like sections of like more like raw talking head about business and just life stuff, I watch those. But like the dating shit and the like self improvement and like masculinity and like all that sort of stuff, mainly the dating shit. He made like, I remember I was watching Harms like a few months ago, and then he for like 2 months straight only made like dating videos. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah, that's because he was trying to turn Adonis School into a dating program.
Yeah, I know. I was like, nah, this isn't helpful. Yeah. Cool. So I probably got a quick question. And how do I like? I'm trying to like make the episode 2 of my digital alchemist journey. The vlog talking head videos. And I just started editing it yesterday. And even when I have like longer footage, when I have footage that individual videos that are like 8, 10, 12, 15 minutes, and I always end up like cutting it shorter. This is I feel like it's not like it'll be good for a few minutes, and then I'll just be like absolutely I'll just like die off. And then it's like I want to make longer videos. I enjoy making longer videos. But once it's all done, it's like if I have an hour of footage, I'll edit that down to like 15 or 20 minutes. It's like, how do I make those longer? How do I make this sort of vlog and talking head videos longer without just putting like 9 talking head sections in there and be like, well, that's long.
How do you edit 60 minutes of footage down to 15 minutes?
Well, I sort of just clip everything down, but I try and keep it like long.
What do you mean clip it down?
A lot of the stuff you like film, and then the clip, like you only actually got like 5 or 10 seconds of the good footage you wanted, and it's like a 30-second clip. There's only like you only keep some of it in. That's all the vlogging stuff.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, that's B-roll, of course.
Yeah, but the talking head stuff's easier to keep longer. But I just feel like this is sort of an example of the vlogs. But I feel like when I do make the talking head videos, it's hard for me to still just make them longer and have it like relevant to the video without just like being boring as shit. Like I could film a 15-minute.
What's
video,
boring?
But it's after 8 minutes, I'm like, I have to cut this out. Like I see your video, and you were like half an hour in, and you were talking, you were just saying whatever, but it was still sort of engaging, it was still sort of relevant, it was still, you still had that like energy. But after I do that for a while, it's like this doesn't just feel.
You just feel like dead at that point or something? Like that energy comes off on camera as well?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not so much when I'm actually doing the filming. Once I go back and look at the editing, after a while, it's like this is just dead. It's like this isn't even like I sort of feel it's better when I'm actually doing it. But once you look back, it's like this is just none of this is. Yeah, I struggle to make the videos longer.
Okay. Hold up. Let me let me move the camera so I can come to the whiteboard. Okay. So longer vids, longer talking heads, more engaging, maintaining energy throughout the video. Would you say like those that sounds good?
Yeah, that's the areas. Yeah.
Okay. So maintaining energy. Let me think about that one. Let me ask you this time. How long have you been? Have you been like a social kid? Did you grow up being a social kid?
of those people that are like really social, and then I'll be like really like not social.
But
I've never.
let me ask you this then.
On the quieter side, like I really do enjoy like when I do find people like obviously I did online schools, but last year I had like two guys, or one of them especially. His name was Dakota, and he was a year older than me, but he was also super invested in like the business and the fitness and all that. And we would like talk for like hours and hours. We'd hang out like all, and so we would like just go for like hours just talking about anything. And we, it was. Rob? Yeah, I'm down at 4:00. So that's the guy I work for. But like I was social, but a lot of the time I just didn't have like. There wasn't really any people that I was sort of just vibing with, and so I was, more quiet and kept to myself like most of the time. But then when I do find someone that's more like super social, but I feel like probably on the definitely on the quieter side. I never really had like a really good group of like people until I had those like 2 or 3 guys like last year. And that's when it ended.
So, but you would say that in the right environment with the right people, you can turn that energy on.
Yeah.
You feel like you can definitely cultivate that self. It's like it's not something that's like with the right conditions, it's not something that you're really struggling to cultivate.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Because I feel like I'm the same way. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I do personally feel like I'm kind of more adept. I think that I've actually always been good at adapting to a lot of different situations and adapting to multiple types of people as well. I think that's just a skill that I have. And so like I'm very empathetic. I can relate to a lot of people. I can put myself in a lot of people's shoes. I can really, put myself in other people's perspectives, and that, really allows me to connect with them on that level. But when it comes to just kind of being like energetic and kind of being in that, I feel like a certain amount of that actually comes to embodying your authenticity. You know what I mean? There's this concept I've been playing around with a couple months, and I don't really want to talk about it on YouTube that much because I want it to be more of an embodied thing when I start talking about it. But it's really like magnetism. It's like when I first started watching Hamza last year, I was so like drawn to him. It's like why? It's because the dude is so magnetic with what he talks about, with his aura, with his personality. It's because he's so embodied in his authenticity. It's like, bro, Hamza's being real. You know what I mean? And it's like you're gonna love him or you're gonna hate him, but he's polarizing you. And polarization is really a sign of authenticity more than likely. Unless it's, in darkness, which it can be. But I feel like actually in yesterday's letter, did you read it about Dodash?
I saw it.
Okay. So basically, it's cool.
Yesterday we went out to Dad's like a property investor guy.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. I think you saw that we're moving in like 8 days or something across the country. So we live in, I don't know if you know where Australia is, but basically Australia is like 70% of the size of the US, and we're on one like bottom. If you look at the map, we're on like the bottom right corner, and we're moving to like the bottom left corner.
Okay, I got you.
4,000 kilometers, which is like I don't know, like 3,000 miles or something.
Right.
Little than that, but he's like yesterday we went out to do like 2 property inspections, and I was filming that with my GoPro. I'm a dumbass, so I didn't have the stabilizer on, so it's all rocky and shit. But other than that, we're out all day.
Maybe like that.
I read like the first section of it, but then I have to go.
Okay, no, that's all good, bro. I was saying that because in that I was talking about one of my there's actually like my first like loyal, like super loyal, like tapping into me every day, commenting on all my video subscribers, Dodash, and she actually popped the fuck off on YouTube. Like she's got almost 70K. And it really is because of like her embodiment, her authenticity. Like Doe is so unbelievably herself. It's so like apparent. You know what I mean? And that draws people. You know what I mean? It's like all of these people that we look up to, celebrities and mentors and all these figures, there's a certain attraction to them. You know what I mean? It's that attraction comes with a certain level of experience, a certain level of alignment. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you're actually in that, it doesn't really take effort. You know what I mean? It's just you're just living it. You're just doing it. You're just being it. You know what I mean? I've been talking a lot about this concept recently in terms of me wearing like the glasses and the hat. it really does help me embody my persona more. It helps me step into this character of JC Dubs. It helps me be like, all right, we're putting the show on, baby. Like, let's fucking roll. You know what I mean? And it really does help me step more into that character because I'm not that all the time. I mean, that is who I am, of course, like 1,000,000%. And do I make like these jokes and clips to myself in private all the time? Yes. Yes. Like I just do this shit all the time when I'm alone in my room. Like this is just me. But at the same time, it's like it's more emphasized when the camera's here, when the glasses are on. You know what I mean? When it's rolling, it's like, okay, now we're definitely like it's like Jaden's just 100% all the time. It's like, nah, when we're dubs, we're like 200%. You know what I mean? We're maxing that bitch out, baby. You know what I mean? And that's actually something I gave like an action step prompt in today's video. Having an item, having a practice, a task, something that really aligns you with your authenticity, that reminds you of it, that keeps you inspired, that keeps you like, oh yeah, this is me. It kind of keeps you in alignment with your character almost. You know what I mean? It's like the unique self, the ego is the character. You know, it's like a mask that God is wearing. And it's a very beautiful mask. And that mask should be embraced. It should be recognized and it should be seen and it should be worn beautifully. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. And so, you know, in my opinion, the more willing you are to like truly wear that mask and not be afraid of it, right? That's when shadow starts happening, when you're afraid of the mask and you put it in the dark. That's when bad shit starts happening. But if you're willing to just be your unique self, man, it's crazy how light, like how bright your light shines. It's crazy how much you can attract because of how magnetic your aura is.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. So I mean, like practically, I feel like one going into recording with the intention of I actually want to try to put more effort. Like if this is like your 100%, actually put more effort into like 120%. You know what I mean? Like go overboard, be more extra, be exaggerated, because when you push that level for it, you know you get to that new standard. You know what I mean? And once you get to that new standard, it's like for me, I can, you know, like you said, um, this is mad funny actually. Today, right? So for today's video, when I was editing it this morning, I was like, "Holy fuck, I'm bored right now." But it's like that's fine. You know what I mean? That's okay because one, I know that from my perspective, what I'm saying can't be that engaging. One, because I already talked about it and lived it, and two, it's like what I'm getting right now is really like a third hand experience. You know what I mean? It's like I'm hearing myself talk about this, talk like for someone else. Like what? You know what I mean? It's like you feel me? It's like to somebody else's to like from somebody else's perspective. That's something completely novel. Like that is more than likely engaging. Um, and so I feel like one showing up with the intention of like okay, I'm gonna show up like with more energy to put into this. But also too like not really being in your head about oh I'm like this is super boring or I'm not really being engaging right now. Let me cut this out. Like this is something that my one of my clients, my client Lala, when we were working together in like our first month together, she was struggling a lot to grow. And her videos were like Lala is so funny. She has an amazing personality. She has amazing energy. And it just wasn't coming out in her videos most of the time because she was so like she was chopping up a lot of her footage and she was like one her cuts were just bad honestly, like her cuts would go like frame to frame. I'm talking like when one sentence ended the other one starts. That was just like obviously just that's just bad editing. But at the same time it just felt like there was no life. It was completely robotic. There was just it was just all information, no energy, no emotion, you know what I mean? And I was telling her, I was like, "Law, like people want the information, of course, because that's great. But at the end of the day, it's like, why are they gonna pay you money, which is what you're here for, right? You're here to build connection, build your personal brand, because you want to make money, right? That's what you want to do. People aren't gonna pay you money if they don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? And the thing is, once they actually fuck with you, it doesn't even matter what product you're selling; they'll just buy it. And so it's like you have to put yourself into your content more than anything, right? Of course, the information matters, the value matters, of course, because that's, a big reason to why people want to tap into your stuff, why people would want to invest in your things, right? But people actually liking who you are, your personality, who you are as a person, that is way more important than anything else. And so you have to make sure that you're like 200% intentional about putting your personality in there, like being crazy authentic, putting your takes in there, right? Like there's not there's more than likely I probably don't go more than like 2 or 3 videos without talking about something esoteric, something metaphysical. It just comes out of me. I just can't not do it. I don't know. And like that's fine, right? Because the people who are into that, people who are open to that, will stay around for that. And the people who won't, they're gonna bye bye bye, and that's cool. Like when I see my sub count go down, I'm like, let's go. That's another one that ain't supposed to be here out. Let's go. I only want my people. You feel me? That's my mentality. So yeah, bro, I just think being more intentional about like, yo, how do I show up more truly as myself? How do I put more energy into it? Even if you're exaggerating it, at first to start building that momentum, that's okay because when you do exaggerate it, eventually it's gonna, get to that stable level. My dog Sam, his connection is unstable. I don't know if you heard that last part. Maintain energy. I would honestly, Sam, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Okay, awesome. Let me actually, Sam, next time you like record a talking head like that's just raw, like honestly, just like send me that, bro. I'd actually just be very interested to see it because I want to see like how hard you're actually being on yourself. I had this idea for a letter yesterday, and it was be hard on yourself, but be loving. And I forgot exactly, but it's like the main inspiration was actually like Kanye, my best friend, because bro, Kanye is like, dude, that dude is literally like so hard on himself, and it's like, bro, of course you have to be hard on yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to discipline yourself. Those things are requirements. Absolutely, I'm never gonna like. You're not gonna hear me disagreeing with that. You are gonna hear me disagreeing with treating yourself like a piece of shit. I'd never tell you to do that shit. And it's like when the things you're telling yourself are like not even borderline toxic, they just are toxic. It's like, nah, bro, like that's not the wave. There's a difference between pushing yourself with, like tough love and straight up toxicity. Like those are not the same thing. And so I feel like you have to recognize like how hard are you actually being with yourself? You know what I mean? Like is this like a father's gentle push, to try something more dangerous because he knows you can do it? Or is this like him slapping you in the face? Like that's a completely different situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like now that I think about it, a lot of the times when it sort of just gets boring, I feel like it's dead. It's more the energy, not like what I'm saying and doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense. Yeah, it's like I feel like the energy just leaves. I feel like it's more like you sort of stop trying to be sort of more like you, and then you're just like dead and just like talking whatever. But like once you actually keep trying to put that energy in, I feel like it does make a difference. So it does make sense. Yeah.
Awesome, bro.
Very helpful.
Let's go. Hype. But yeah, send me over that video, and if I have any like practical things I can give you that I see from there, yeah, I'll definitely do that for sure, dude.
I mean, I feel like a lot of it's just like I film the video knowing that it's like if it's bad, I just won't put it in. But then at the same time, like once I know that I might, if it's bad, I just won't use it. I sort of just stop trying. So that's something else I need to do is like just decide that I'm gonna, one take and it's gonna go in. I'll hit that help.
I feel like, yeah, honestly, the one take mentality, in my opinion, is very potent. Like, that was something I committed to. Like, bro, I hate editing if it's not filmmaking. It's just so fucking, it sucks. It's just whack. It's like, the thing is, like, when I start, like, the thing is, I really get behind Road to Renaissance because the times where it's like long talking heads, most of the time, all right, I might have some B-roll come up occasionally. I might have my images come up, cool. I might, have some other things here and there, but a lot of the time it's, maybe like the zooms, stuff like that. But those things are very quick. Those things are awesome. Those things are very intuitive, and they allow me to like keep the flow going. You know what I mean? Or like putting some text up. And then when I'm making like edits, especially to like music, that is where I'm really like loving it. I'm really in the flow state for that. So like overall, when I'm editing like the Road to Renaissance videos, I'm in the flow for like 70-80% of the time, which is sick. But like a regular talking head video is just like, oh, I'm so bored. So it's tough for me to like actually do that. And so I just committed to like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna do one takes, dude. It's like if I'm not like gonna commit to actually like doing edits, then I'm just gonna get better at talking. Like it's like there's only two options. You actually like edit the video better, or you just be better. And I was just like, honestly, being better is gonna serve me better. It's higher leverage too.
Sorry?
I said being better is higher leverage too.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. If I film anything today, I'll send it to you, otherwise I'll just hide some of the clips from the last video. But yeah, I've probably got it starting to rain a bit. Nice camera. But yeah, so I'll try and send you something. I can only send like clips of the video. For some reason, because I don't know, it's just my phone is old, but I can't send more than like 4 minutes and 20 seconds of like a video at a time. So I'll send you something. When,
awesome, bro. Something. Cool. That was good.
So yeah, thanks. It was good. It was helpful. Definitely.
I'm glad, bro.
Into mind. Nice. I don't know what time it is. What time is it for you at the moment?
6:52.
It's 52. It's currently 10:53 a.m. So, alright, I'm gonna go back inside doing editing, and I'll send you something.
Yep, might have to get back to some editing as well.
Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
All right, brother. I'll catch you.
Hey,
say peace to the vlog.